welcome to T-Boys TV. I need trying to sort my thing out. It's just not staying up. But there we go. Stood up now. But yeah, obviously another episode of The Hatters Show, episode 34. And like always, I'm joined with my dad. How are we, Dad?
Yeah, all good, mate. You? Everyone cool?
Yeah, all good. Obviously, I watched the playoff final earlier. And for a 1-0 game, wasn't too bad. A lot of chances for both sides. But yeah, other than that, I'm good. But obviously, in today's episode, obviously, the season's done. But the transfer window has started and everything like that. And a bit of drama has come in and around our club. You know, obviously, we'll get into it. And then, we're going to be talking about some call-ups as well. And shout out Hanno. He's going to be doing like a quiz. He's going to be asking us questions during it. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. So the first thing we're going to talk about is obviously Naismith has left Luton. I'm just going to get up what Luton have said about it, which is not an awful lot because it is very unexpected. But as you can see here, it says Cal Naismith has agreed to join Bristol City when his Luton Town contract comes to an end next month. And it just says we thank him and all of that. But very unexpected news, wasn't it, Dad?
It was quite unexpected, but to be honest, yeah, I kind of had a feeling that it was going to happen. So, but yeah, it was quite unexpected to a majority of fans, definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like, I remember you saying, you literally said it on the episode before, don't be surprised if one or two bigger names go out. And obviously this happened. It was just very unexpected to me. It was more Bristol City, and that's no disrespect to them. That's just, I'm trying to base it on where we finished and where they finished. Like, I understand, money, unfortunately, that's how football is nowadays. But I was just very surprised. Even the stuff he come out and said, like their ambitions, like, I want to go to a team that's going to be fighting for playoffs or whatever he said. Like, we haven't done that this season. I don't know. I really didn't understand it. Some of the stuff he was coming out and saying was a madness, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. It was. It was. I get that he went for more money. I get that. No problem with that whatsoever. Because of his age, and to be fair, he's done that a couple of times throughout his career. He normally negotiates 3-year contracts. When Portsmouth got promoted, and he was like their best player, but better for them than he was us. He scored more goals and stuff. He left them as well. You know what I mean? Like, I do feel it's going to backfire on him, because you're sacrificing money for kind of like ambition, in my opinion, in a couple of things, i.e. getting in the Scotland squad. You're not getting in the Scotland squad playing for Bristol City. I have to break it to you like that. I'm glad that, I'll quickly touch on it, that Alan Campbell has been called up to the Scotland squad, albeit, but someone's got injured, but they've thought of him straight away. Do you know what? Let's bring this guy in. To me, that proves that it's almost I've heard Naismith comment that he wants to play for Scotland. There was an interview less than a month ago with him and Snodgrass where he was talking about that. Some of the comments he said when he left signing Bristol City, it was almost like I need to make this move to you know what I mean. So get recognised to play for Scotland, maybe. I don't know. Hold that in, do you know what I mean? But for me, it's a big thing that Campbell got called up, because even if eventually he tried to come out with that nonsense, it proved him wrong. Do you know what I mean? So there's a few things I'll say about what I think about it. But yeah, Bristol City is surprising. 17th in the league last season, in massive debt, made losses. They're looking at points deduction. I don't know how much that'll be, but And they're continuing to do it. So it's only a matter of time. You stay there within 3 years, they'll be in League One. So let's see. Don't sacrifice your possibly one shot of playing for Scotland, which is a big thing for money, isn't it? Or I don't know. Let's not get too deep into that part of it, but yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It was something I was going to say, but I can't actually remember. If I do remember, I'll get back into it. But we'll go through some comments. Big up British chap. Jeez. I can actually picture him saying that. Big up David. He says, up the town. Absolutely. Evening Tyler says, inside Luton. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Evening Darren as well.
Yeah, big up everyone.
We'll touch on this quickly. I know, your thoughts are, different, so to speak, to what a lot of other fans, I suppose, would be. But what would your thoughts be on this if this was the case?
I don't know too much about him. Is this the guy from Newcastle?
I don't even know where he's from. I'm not going to lie. The only time I've seen this guy is when he's been with our players. Do you know what I mean? Out clubbing or wherever they've been.
Oh, right. No, I don't think it's Newcastle. I think it's someone in the Championship. But to be honest, I'm not sure because I haven't really heard too much about him. And I wouldn't even be looking into...
Swindon, by the way. Thanks, yeah. Taylor.
Swindon. How old is he? If anyone knows, let me know. But... No, it's quite interesting then if he's playing for Swindon, because what I'm thinking is for him to be pictured on holiday with some of the Luton players or whatever. Obviously, let's break it down. Football, Luton all went together, and I think that is the case. Most of the players went together. It wouldn't be uncommon for other football players to go to similar places during the close season. And that's what I'm saying is interesting, because I don't know how old he is, but because I was thinking with certain players, they know other players from playing in different teams or youth teams or whatever. Do you know what I mean? And they might be close friends with them anyway.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cornick could be best friends with Harry Kane. You know what I mean?
He's 25, by the way.
Right. Okay. So I'm not unless there's a connection there, I don't know. Because you could say if there's no connection there to any of the players, then why the hell would he be there? You know what I'm saying? But I don't know too much about him, so I'm not really going to look too much into it. Luton normally kind of keep their cards close to their chest. You don't really know what's going on until the last minute. So... if anyone could throw us some stats about him, then I'll check, be interested.
There is actually a stat. He's got 20 goals, 10 assists in 38 games.
Okay. And what playing for? Did Swindon get promoted, yeah?
I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to the lower leagues.
Even if they didn't, that's even better, possibly. But obviously, he's a striker. It's interesting. We wanted to keep Jerome. We were offering Hilton another contract, so
they lost some penalties.
Unless they're aware of possibly Adebayo leaving. Do you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll just have to think. Sit on that one. And see what happens.
Yeah, a lot of people saying. They lost on penalties. They got playoffs, but apparently he missed his penalty in the shootout.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't really comment. I haven't seen enough of him, to be honest. So, yeah. Big up Taylor says, evening, lads.
Yeah.
And then, there's some mad comments about Naismith, which obviously
I
won't click on, but there we go. In a way, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, but do you know that? I get what you're saying there, but for me, stepping stone here in money terms, that's it. In money terms, because he's gone backwards. So it ain't like he's stepped up to someone who's going to be challenging, proper up there next season. What I don't know where they get, it gets finished 17th in money problems to this club's going places because they've built a state of the art flipping gymnasium or whatever. I could go in that gymnasium. Ain't gonna make me, challenge for a promotion in the championship, is it? You see what I'm saying? They ain't gonna, you still got to have the quality of the squad in there. Their manager, he's a bully. He's an aggressive kind of. That's his mentality. He's known for it. He's managed the scum. He's He's had a couple of good results, but there's so much controversy around that guy. He ain't the best manager in the league. Far from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
There's 2 or 3, maybe 4. There's quite a few managers ahead of him, definitely.
Definitely, yeah.
And it's a bit. That comment was, he's definitely got some issues with Nathan Jones. That's pretty obvious because that's his way. The way he went about it was known. This is what I said to you, didn't I? Because when it was announced, I said, "Why ain't the club said nothing? That ain't normal." Luton hadn't said nothing about it. So straight away, I kind of knew what was going on, and that's why I said to you, "Do you know what? I ain't bothered letting." Do you know what I mean? Because he obviously didn't want to be there. So there's no point moaning. If I don't want to be there, go.
Yeah.
And so straight away, it doesn't matter how good you are. At the end of the day, and we've got good recruitment anyway in the background.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we
plans in action,
he come here and he played well in that. Yeah, but at the end of the day, if we had that much, faith in him, he wouldn't have been out of contract in the first place. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know it looks tough because he played really well for us, but there was a few times where he absolutely was appalling, and he's raised his game, he's raised his level, but you see that with players all the time. Like I've always said before, if he was that good, he'd already be in the Premier. The geezer's 30. So I'm not that. I'm quite surprised. I'm disappointed in some of the stuff he was saying. But even when I watched his interview with Snodgrass, if you haven't seen it, guys, go back and watch it. And certain things that he says there will make sense now because he was quite arrogant in the certain things that he was saying. And at the time I thought, what? And I thought that it's just Scottish thing, in it. It's just giving it that. But if you go and watch that back, you'll see some things there. And that interview was taken after. There was a few things. Don't forget, if anyone has forgotten, against QPR he was appalling. He didn't play the next game. Do you remember?
Wasn't he that one who gave away the penalty?
Yeah, he didn't play. Yeah, he didn't play the next couple of games. Yeah. True, normally, if someone's played poorly, they'll still be in there. So it felt to me that something had gone on. There was a couple of other times later on in the season where, when he come back, he was arguing with certain players and that. There was something worked quite right. There was you could see certain stuff. So in that way, it didn't surprise me. Sorry, because I pick all these little things up sometimes for players. Do you know what I mean? And so yeah, Bristol City it's quite. I can't wait till we play them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be good. It's going to be good. But yeah, we'll close it up on that. My thoughts on it. Like I said, I understand the money thing, but some of the things he come out and said, and the way he didn't even tell the club as well.
Exactly.
Like he's the guy who can negotiate the deals. Do you know what I mean? Like I just thought it was really.
Yeah. You put it down a bit to his agent that, but we, when we joined, when he signed, he would have known that was not, they would have told him that. They would have said, we have a certain etiquette at this club. You know what I mean? We run things this way. We don't go behind people. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not having
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
It was made possibly after the Nathan Jones thing, because I think since then they've been pretty, you know, they've always been like it anyway. But I think now they've stamped down on it. And if you do that, they won't let you get away with it. I mean, they weren't, you know, still thanked him for his service and that, which you have to. But it's obviously it's been disrespectful, whether it's by him or Bristol City. You know, these certain clubs, and then manager. Let's get into some of the stuff that he said about Luton, which I showed you. You heard about it, yeah.
Yeah. I showed British Chappie as well.
Yeah, when he was asked to comment on how Luton have done this season, obviously getting in the playoffs and that, and you know, he said, yeah, they've done really well, but if they don't get promoted, I think it's just before the playoffs, obviously, then they, you know, they've got players who are out of contract, you know, and started not giggling, obviously, like a little laugh and that, you know, who they're going to keep, you know, and there was a big thing about, oh yeah, he already had Naismith in his mind, whatever. Like at the end of the day, yeah, Nathan Jones, Naismith was like a, you know, a journeyman, yeah, reasonably good, but you know, like I said, if he's that good, he already pushed it forward. Whereas their managers acting like it's you know, signing of the season or whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, he played well for us for one season, and but you could see the mistakes in him. You could see certain attributes in him which were quite annoying. You could see he was getting frustrated as well, like, because he was made. Don't forget, he was made captain as well. Like, might have went to his head a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to lie. And we don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, we offered him a new contract, so you know, but how long? Maybe we just offered him another year. You know, but there's definitely something gone on in the background, because if he was that happy and that confident, you know, but then you go for the money, innit? But I don't know, it's a difficult one, but I just still think that even if you're going to leave after a fantastic season, the fans appreciated your efforts. Yeah, at least, like, and I know he's put something up on Instagram, but you do it with a club, because that's what the whole club is, the whole team. That's what Nathan Jones goes on about. You know what I mean? The group. You weren't acting like you was in a fucking group at that time, was you?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
No, fair enough. You know, like I said, I understand the money thing, but just the way he was, you know, just disrespecting the club, as simple as that. You know, I just thought it was beyond a joke, to be quite honest with you. Like, thank you for your time at Luton. Thank you for memories like the goal against Bournemouth and that. But
Definitely.
you know, I've lost a lot of respect now. You know, it's just disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? Like, end of story. That's all I've got to say. You know, I've not really got to say much else. Yeah, and like you said, there's some of the stuff he said as well. You know, like, you know, it's just a joke, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, you want to leave it at that?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Done,
Cool.
mate. Done. That would be brushed on. This time in give it 3 weeks, mate, and some of the signings we'll probably be making.
Yeah.
We won't even be bothered about Naismith. Right? I'll tell you that.
Yeah, exactly. Naismith seems to go if he's offered more money.
Exactly. He's done that. If you look at his career, that he's done it a few times. You know, but, you know, he ain't getting in the Scotland squad now. No chance.
No, I don't think so. Don says, after hearing what he did and how it ended, I'm happy he's gone. Though he had thought he had some class. Yeah, no, absolutely. And then, yeah, I know that's the bit that's made me fuming. You know, more than what he said. That is the main bit. You know, all interesting fact. The Scotland boss has been at 2 Luton games this season.
Yeah, it'd have been obviously watching, you know, maybe Naismith, but definitely Campbell.
Yeah, definitely Campbell. Yeah, 100%.
You know.
There's no rumours. This is about McCurdy. Him being out with the team because he's mates with Bree doesn't mean he's linked.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to put, like I said, Pelly Ruddock could become best friends with fucking Cristiano Ronaldo, mate. Don't mean.
Oh god. Big up Black Cat. Obviously, he was on the stream earlier. He says, "Good to be back, mate. How are you? Yeah, I'm good, thanks. About yourself?" I'll take him if Hilton doesn't sign, but that's about McCurdy. Yeah, I can't really, like I said, I haven't seen a lot of him, but I know he's a forward and he's an option.
The comment that Pearson made about they're going to lose after whatever you're trying to go on about, they're out of contract. The 3 players that we were out of contract is Danny Hilton, Cole Naismith, and Robert Snodgrass. I mean, one who's gone. Hilton, that we're not even that, but he's not going to get first team football anyway. So I'll be surprised if he does stay with us. And Snodgrass, I'd like him to stay for his experience and that, but he's not going to be a first starter. And we played most of the season without him anyway, so it wouldn't be that much of a loss. And I'd expect him to be on quite good wages as well. So I'm not even that fussed about that. I'm more fussed about who could potentially be sold if the right offer comes in. Because there's far better players and team squad players that you wouldn't want to go, right at this moment in time. And if you had a choice between getting rid of Campbell and Naismith, who would you get rid of?
Naismith, yeah.
Adebayo or Naismith?
Naismith.
Cornick or Naismith?
Naismith.
Reece Burke or Naismith?
Naismith.
Yeah. So
no, I'm not even just saying that because I'm being dead serious as well.
James Bree, last one. James Bree or Naismith?
Oh no, I'd be so disappointed if Bree left.
Exactly.
Naismith.
So when you look at it in that context, it's not that, it doesn't look that bad, and it ain't that bad. He did have a very good season, but he's not exceptional like clear of everyone else. So he's not a Dewsbury Hall, so it's not that big of a deal. And don't forget, he was 30. It wasn't like he was 23, 24.
Yeah.
So
true. No, absolutely. Big shit house in the 92. This is about Nigel Pearson. Nathan Jones' levels ahead.
The Huddersfield manager's better than Pearson.
Yeah, definitely.
Cooper's better.
Well, I think the Huddersfield manager and Nathan Jones are very similar, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Definitely. So, and the thing is, Nathan Jones, that guy, their manager's Spanish, yeah?
Yeah.
Nathan Jones is fluent in Spanish. I think he studied in Spain, coaching badges and stuff. Maybe even played there. I'm not sure, but he would have learned stuff from there, and then he's got his own stuff. Like they're similar levels. Nathan Jones didn't win Manager of the Year for no reason, and was up for manager. LMA manager? He got shortlisted for it, which Klopp won.
Yeah, he did.
He was up there as well.
Yeah. He actually did.
Don't be telling me that Nigel Bully Boy Pearson is a better manager than Nathan Jones, mate, just because you've got an extra 15k a week. You know what I mean? But yeah, there was no need for it. You know what I mean? If he'd have left it at one of the best managers, you could kind of get that. You know what I'm saying? Because he has just signed for him. He has got a big reputation, but if not the best manager, it's just
that was the bit for me.
Because you're sitting there basically saying he was definitely better than the manager I just played for, who made me the best player I've been in my whole fucking career.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get that right. Let's see how good a manager Nigel Pearson is with you next season, mate. Let's see if you perform to the levels you did at Luton. Let's see about that. Highly doubtful.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. And the thing is, didn't they concede the third most goals this season in the Championship?
Yeah, I'm sure that probably. Yeah, and now he's going into their defence to address that. Well, a few, you know what I mean? Like he weren't even like our first choice defence. You know, he was there. Do you know what I mean? But because he adapted to that role, but he's not as. He's a good ball player. You know, can play it out from the defence, and he's quite calm in that. But actually, properly defending, I'd rather have Osho defending.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Even Potts.
Yeah,
Potts
definitely.
ain't got the quality to bring it out like that, but he's a better defender. So don't even get it twisted on that. He definitely is.
Yeah, no, 100%. Don says, hope we get Callum Wright from Leicester. We've been linked with him and Rodoni. I probably butchered that name, but from Wimbledon. I rate them both highly. Dad, do you know many about any of these two?
Callum Wright, you know, I've heard him briefly. You know, I haven't seen him play. Rodoni I'd have to look at, but apparently he's pretty decent. Was he a midfielder or a striker? I can't remember.
I've pretty
decent, but you know, there was players that we were linked with last season, January, that we still potentially might be looking at. You know, they were
midfielder.
on Scott Twine.
Yeah, if we signed him, that'd be mad.
You know, been after him for a while. Like, obviously, other clubs probably might be linked with him, but you know, if it depends on him, doesn't it? If he wants to go at money or ambition, isn't
it? Excuse me, yeah.
That'd be interesting, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did sign Scott Twine.
You wouldn't be surprised, sorry, was that?
No, I wouldn't be, no.
No, I would not now, I wouldn't.
Like I said, there'll be a few more departures. Definitely, obviously, within the next couple of weeks. Because don't forget, the football season starts early, the 30th of July.
Yeah. Exactly,
we normally do our business quite early, so by the end of next week, I expect there'll be a couple more movements.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Honestly, since Jan Feb, Naismith's form has gotten worse. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Definitely.
We said in a few games, didn't we, when we were doing the reviews and that he hadn't been the same. He was steady, but he weren't ever the same since that QPR game, you could say. So
no, exactly. Leicester guy has signed a 1-year extension. Still possible to get him on a perm.
Maybe a loan to thing, but if he signed a 1-year extension, then surely he'll be looking to get into their team. Do you know what I mean? Because for me, if you sign a 1-year extension, you just go out on loan for that season. There's no point in really. I get it. Like if he played exceptionally well at Luton, then they might go. But I just think it'd be too hard, man.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. That's what's, wound me up. But anyway. Yeah, exactly. He follows a lot of Stoke and Forest players of world. Does that mean he's joining them? And then obviously that.
Mm-hmm.
British chap says going to be spicy. Talk about the Bristol City game. Yeah, no, it is. I'm going to try and do home and away for that. Definitely home anyway. So, and then Harry is now Solihull Moore fan even. He went to the game earlier, vlogged it, and he's absolutely loving it now. But that is all that of the comments so far. We got everyone inside, and then the next bit we're going to talk about, the next sort of segment is players that have been called up for the international teams. Obviously, Luton have had 2 so far. I think I don't know if there's any more, but 2 I definitely know about. First one is we briefly mentioned it earlier, and it's good to see that it's finally happened. Alan Campbell is now going to be playing. Could he potentially be playing on Wednesday?
I think he will.
I might actually do a watch along to that game as well.
I think he will. Or he'll definitely get some action.
Let me just have a look what their midfield usually is. Actually, no, it'd be on their Instagram who usually gets picked at when it. So
I think it was a Rangers player who dropped out.
I don't even know. Where is it? Just show me them training. I don't know. I just got pictures from games ago. But I don't know. Let me try have a look on here. So it was right. So we'll share the screen on this because we'll be able to see from here who has got called up, because this is how I looked at the England one the other day. So they're the goalkeepers. You see, we don't really. We'll see Robertson, Tierney, Retete. Yeah, so the midfield. I mean, where the hell is he? But he's not even in there. But anyway, that is the midfield, I think. So Gilmore, McTominay, McGinn. Imagine McGinn and Snodgrass in the midfield. I think the one you're thinking, the Rangers one, is him, Ryan Christie. I'm pretty sure he plays for him.
Yeah, he's.
Where's Snodgrass?
He won't be on there because it's been late. I think he'll be on the bench.
Yeah, definitely on the bench.
I think he'll come on because of the way he plays. Ukraine are tough to break down. It's going to be a difficult game, but he could win them battles. So I think he'll be on the bench. I'll be watching that, and I'm pleased for him. He deserved it. He had a slow start, but you can just see him getting better and better as the season gone.
Yeah.
He's the midfielder that we've been crying out for, you know what I'm saying? If he can he scored a couple of decent goals, if he can more more ability like that to his game, then we've got a very, very, very good player on our hands.
Yeah, absolutely. I was saying on British Chaps channel, obviously released a video today. Check that out if you haven't already, people. After this, we've done a season review, and I was saying that about Campbell. I said it took him a while, but as soon as he, got into the swing of things, and a game that stood out for me was Blackpool away. You know how the northern weather can be, and he's just got that grit and determination, and he's just shown it that was a standout game. I can remember it, and then ever since he just showed it pretty much every single game, So, yeah, I'm very, very happy for him. Of course, he's deserved it. And that's really all we're saying that one. But the next one, Amari Bell, another player that's deserved it, is part of the 23-man squad for Jamaica's upcoming Nations League group matches. I think that's for AFCON or something like that. But yeah, that's brilliant to see as well, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like very, very similar to Campbell. Actually, like he had a bit of a slow start. You know what I mean? Like inconsistent start, should I say? But into the final third of the season, he was very, very good. And I feel like he could have had a couple of nice goals as well. So as long as he keeps that up at Luton, I'm glad we've got him. What a good signing that was. So this is what I'm not worried about Naismith going. We know exactly what we're doing. And he's in Luton mould now, and he deserves that call up. I'm really pleased for him, and I'd hope that he plays. And I just want to touch on an ex-Luton player who's been called up for the England squad. Yeah, Luton.
Oh yeah. You haven't had your thoughts, have you? I done a video the other day. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, James Justin, Luton through and through. born in Luton. His dad was a Luton fan, RIP. Yeah. We thought he was going to get called up last season before he got injured.
It was a matter of time.
And considering we've got wing backs or left backs, right, all over the place or whatever, like, I'm glad he's been called up. But I just hope that he, obviously he's going to get that experience around the squad now, which is very good. But I want to see him on the bench. I want to see him get some minutes at least, just to see what he can do, because he's improved more at Leicester. We he was very good for us. He improved under us, and he has got better under Leicester. But Leicester quite good at that. They're quite good at improving players as well, and maybe they've got similar ideas, philosophies as Luton have, and that's why there's that little thing between them where we're trying to sign their player. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you get on with a certain club, then you're always going to have that your sort of little network going in there behind the scenes and that. He's an up and coming player. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we'll sign Adebayo. We'll give 15 million and Dewsbury. I know that's not going to happen, but that type of thing. So I'm really pleased for Amari Bell.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, James Justin. Let's hope he gets some minutes at least, because another thing what kind of annoyed me, again, like everyone wants to win at something. Everyone wants to, be a certain way about things. So when England's squad come out, everyone's like, James Justin. Like, there's a few people in the comments going, I'm glad he's got called up and stuff. And there was loads of people in there going, never heard of him. Who's he?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We didn't see him play for Leicester last season, like beginning of the season, where he's smacking in goals. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who is he? Do you know what I mean? Like, I can't get correct. You'll find out who he is if he gets any minutes. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Just gonna go through this comment. Big up Max. He says, "Big up T and Darren. Great duo, back at it again. Good luck next season. You get promotion next year, guaranteed. Mark my words."
Well, you see, like, this is a big test for us as a club. We've done it pretty much. We've had a setback. We've then gone on to get promotion potentially the next season. Blackpool, we lost in the playoffs. Next season, we've got autos. Didn't expect to do much in League One. We just, battered it. I think we'll be there or thereabouts, definitely.
Yeah, I definitely think we'll be fighting for playoffs again.
We're not going to be dropping. We've got too much infrastructure. Like, it is difficult. Exactly. It's always difficult. But we'd have learned from this season. We'd have learned certain things from this season, which is going to stand us in good stead. And that's what being in Championship does. You get to a certain level. As long as you don't overspend and sign players just for the cash, where their heart's not really in it, we sell it that this is what Luton's doing. This is what we're about. You get them type of players, not, can you give me 30k? No. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we'll keep doing that. And we're only going to go up further. It's only a matter of time. Run it the right way. We'll be like Brentford.
Brentford, Brighton, similar to them. Yeah.
And I'll just touch on the Nottingham Forest thing. Do you know what I mean? Steve Cooper's a very, very, very good manager. I did feel that they're a bit lucky today. But he's a good manager. I do think they'll struggle. Going to lose a few players because they're on loan, etc. I think it's going to be a tough season for them, but it is good to see them back in there, because
absolutely.
I remember them being there anyway, and
I
just think that you always get that surprise team, and they've gone about Luton and Huddersfield being surprised, being in whatever. For me, it was how far they jumped up the table. That's the surprise. You always get that in a season. Certain teams that just climb the table.
Yeah.
Expected, you know what I mean? And that's what they've done. So that's more, surprised. Luton, after a while, you kind of knew they'd be in there. Huddersfield, you knew they'd be in there anyway. It's not really surprising. You surprised this January, both teams are in the playoffs or whatever. Like, it's not surprising. You know what I mean? Like, what Norwich and Forest done, and they were still talk. Oh, well, they were near the bottom of the table or whatever. Yeah, they were, but it was only like September or something.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
you know what I mean? They were like 9 points off the playoffs with 38 games to go or something. Like, come on, it's not like they were Derby, not Derby.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Like, they did exaggerate it a little bit. That's not unheard of in the Championship. I've seen that plenty of times. Teams do that. But he's a very, very, very good manager, and that's if they are going to stay up, it'll be down to him more than, you know what I'm saying. They'll have a little bit more money to spend. This is the thing, because they've already got that infrastructure there. They've got a big stadium. They've got a big fan base. They've got certain players there who, even if they do sell them or whatever, they're going to get money from. They're going to be attractive to certain players. Because they've instructed their stadium, their history, so that stands good for them. Like, and the 3 teams that went up, you got Fulham already like that. Bournemouth, I think they're going to possibly struggle again. But I just wanted to touch on that. Nottingham Forest, unlucky Huddersfield. Thought we might be seeing you again, but let's see who finishes higher next season out of us two. Very interesting. It's just
absolutely,
because I think
the thing is they're another team who, they got some players tied down to contracts before, but they've got a lot of loan players as well.
Yeah, and the thing is, if anyone's talking about doing a Barnsley, our manager's going nowhere. Our infrastructure
exactly. Dad, you can tell we're related. Do you know what I mean? I was literally saying this on British Chap's video yesterday.
Yeah,
I was like, with Nathan Jones, this is not happening.
Yeah, their manager, who knows? If someone comes in, say Fulham sat their manager after 6 months, and they go, right, we want you to come in. I think he'd find it very hard to resist that. I don't, I know Nathan Jones is committed to the cause and that, and it'll probably be hurting a little bit about Naismith. Do you know what? But he'll take it on the chest. He's going to come out with some comments about it. He'll speak his mind. And it'll be like that. It'll be like, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens at the end of the season. He was doing, it's very similar to Reece Norrant and Davis. When we had him on loan, and he was playing well. He got called up for the Wales squad. He was being utilised properly. He was getting assists. He looked good. And then all of a sudden, went back to Stoke, and then they loaned him out again or whatever. No. Went back to Sheffield United, and then they loaned him out again to Stoke, remember? He had the same attitude. And he's still playing in the same league as us. Yeah, I'd rather have Amari Bell over him. So let's see what happens. It's that little niggling doubt in the back of their head. I know a lot of it's to money, but you just show the respect, mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm annoyed about.
That's the thing. If you see players have done that in their careers, steer away from them. But at the end of the day, what? We got a good season out of him. You'll find that we haven't really lost that much. We got that good season out of him. Let's see what he does at Bristol City. Because even if he stayed at Luton, I don't think he'd be as good as he was last season, this season. Don't. Because, his age and the position, eventually we're going to be looking to improve that position anyway. Do you know what I mean? Because I think we'll go back to a diamond formation as well.
Yeah, you were saying that to me the other day, yeah. But yeah. No, fair enough. But yeah, all right, we'll go through some more comments. Big up Hayden, he says hi. Hi Darren, I love you.
Big up Don Ram.
Yeah, he is, mate. He is moving a bit mad, isn't he? Big up Wolf. He says, Max, I have 2 words for you, James Bree. Yeah, Dad, where do we stand on this? Obviously, we spoke a little bit about it, but this could potentially be happening.
I think if Burnley realised the mistake they made in sacking their manager,
Sean Dyche.
Yeah, panic, you know.
Yeah.
If they realise that they shouldn't have done that, and they're obviously taking a risk, you know, young Vince Company would make a good manager. I think he's got the qualities and the potential to do that. But it depends how patient, you know, if they employ him, they've got probably a decent, half decent squad behind them. But the Championship is very, very, very hard. So they can't be expecting just to be smashing shit out of that league, because it ain't going to happen.
No.
Everyone's going to be going for Burnley as well. You know what I'm saying? So I think
it's going to be. Hopefully, I can do that away day.
I think for him, like, it's a good opportunity, like, and whatever happens, like, yeah, I can't see him being totally poor, but I just think that they're going to panic again. Do you know what I mean? Because they'll be sitting outside the playoffs or whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh, no, you know." But it's what it is. I'm not really. It's you know, these certain teams do that, don't they?
Yeah, they do. Yeah,
sort of bring in these, you know, Lampards and all that, give them a chance. Do you know what I mean? I think, you know, for him, it's really good. Let's see what he can do. Let's just see what he can do. But I think it is a difficult first job. But if he can have some kind of respect out of it, even if, you know, like I said, they're just out of the playoffs, they panic, they sack him. He's still done all right. Do you know what I mean? For his first job.
Yeah, exactly.
The Championship's proper tough. But you know, was gonna start loaning loads of Man City players. You know what I mean? Let's see. Be an interesting one, because I think they'll be dangerous.
Absolutely. Big up Daniel. He says, I know this isn't about Luton, but Huddersfield robbed. I'm not going to lie. I felt they should have had 2 penalties. And I don't, like we said before we went on here, I don't understand why that second one didn't even go VAR.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. The first one, I think Toffolo's problem is he was kind of looking for it. There definitely was contact, but he made it look theatrical. You know what I'm saying?
I was saying that on the stream. I was saying that on my stream.
And they didn't
really look at it in both ways.
They weren't. You notice they didn't. They weren't. They didn't look at the second penalty at all. In the Premier League, they'd been looking at that, right? And the first one, they'd have looked at that more. They'd have slowed it right down to the point of contact, so you could see they weren't even doing that. They were just rolling it through.
Yeah.
You still couldn't tell if there was actual contact. I think there was contact, but they didn't go close in like they do in the Premier League and things like that. I felt it was a bit, I don't know, a bit of controversy for they weren't. Why have VAR if you're not even hardly going to use it?
Yeah, it didn't really make sense.
Big decisions like that, at least look at it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, as well, you know, they sort of contain Forest well and that, but they didn't really have that right at the end. Do you know what I mean? And basically, Forest done to them what they done to us. That's the bottom line. Very, you know, similar. They got that goal, you know, sort of.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying.
It was very similar. Considering that VAR was there, I do feel they were a bit robbed, to be honest. They should have at least had 1 penalty, definitely.
Yeah, no, 100%. Now this is about company. Well, actually, yeah, I think it is anyway. Decent manager. Seems like the new owner's going for a new identity. Yeah, it does. It will be interesting, especially to see if they can keep. Well, I think they will keep Cornet because he only just joined. The season
probably. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how he does in the Championship because I rate him very highly. It'll be interesting to see if he can deal with it. Essentially, I think he will be able to, but I won't be surprised if it takes a few games.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no worries. So yeah, it will be very interesting. And Daniel says, "Big up Darren and big up T. Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself." And yeah, it's one of them. It is one of them. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Because he's one of them players, isn't he? Which he's a physical sort of player, and the further down you go in the leagues, the more physical it is. So I totally agree with that. But yeah, pretty sure it's on Mixcloud, mate. I'm pretty sure it's on Mixcloud. The link is in the thing, and I'm pretty sure it says what it's on there. But I'll get him to confirm when he is back. But yeah, I think he's back now. Can you hear him? We're here. Yeah, told you. Yeah, Daniel says big up Darren and big up T, and then it's on Mixcloud, isn't it?
Yeah, Mixcloud. Dazzy D.
Yeah.
D-A.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, it should say on the link in the description.
There's quite a few D&B mixes on there. I'm going to obviously put some more up soon, but what I normally do is record mixes and then leave them on my PC for ages, and then decide to upload them if I'm happy with them. So, but there'll probably be a couple more batches going up soon.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah, I already answered this, so I don't know why I clicked on it. But yeah, I totally agree. Weghorst is a physical sort of player. The lower down you go in the leagues, obviously, the more physical it is. He's very good at holding up the ball, isn't he? So, when are you going to get some more people on the Hat Show, Mr. Barber? Take a bit, man. Big fan of you. Oh, right, yeah. I'd love to speak to you once. I don't know. I'm thinking of a time when we bring more people on. But I'm not really too sure at this moment in time. But yeah, Daniel said he'll have a listen. So, yeah.
Where's this quiz at?
Shall I bring the person on so it might be easier to do?
Yeah, if you want, yeah.
Yeah, Hanno, mate, if you're in the chat, do you know what? I'll send you a link anyway. I'll send it to you on Instagram.
With me?
Huh?
You talking to me?
No, not you. You're already in the chat. I don't worry about sending you the link. You know what I mean?
All right.
I'll send it to him now. Where is he on my thing? Oh, there he is. Right, Hanno, mate. If you're in the chat, mate, I'll send it to you now. A quiz on what? Hanno planned. He says he's going to ask us some Luton question quiz, if that even makes sense. A Luton-based quiz. There you go. Yeah, we can do. Should we get Don in as well? Don's actually got good knowledge. He's younger than me.
Yeah, more the merrier, isn't it? Definitely.
You ain't got to rush off or anything, Dad, have you?
No.
All right, yeah, cool. I'll send you it now, Don. I'll send you a link. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll do this. This is a bit different, but yeah, we'll do this. Oh God, I need to search your name, Don, because I don't know the last time we bloody spoke on Instagram. Do it right. There you are. On this account, anyway. I know the other one yesterday. He was laughing when Liverpool lost, but I mean, I'll send you the link. You don't have to join, but I'll send you the link. Hanno is here. But yeah, I won't add him yet because I know he's on mute, so I think he might be sorting something out. But yeah, I'll add him in a second. There he goes. He's off mute now. Got his camera on. Hanno, mate, hit us up with these questions then, mate.
Hey.
Are you ready?
Yeah, we're ready, mate. We're ready. Do you know what I mean?
So, okay. So we will start off easy. First question. In what year was Luton FC founded?
No, Tyler. Don't look at it. Don't cheat. 1885.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, so I won't do that. Well, I can't do that again. Dom's here as well.
Hello.
Big up.
Yeah.
Oh,
In what county is Luton FC located?
go on, Dad.
Oh,
Nah, you answer that
wonder.
one.
All
I got
right,
one right already.
Bedfordshire.
Okay. Anyone else agree with him?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, yeah, that is correct.
Big time right there. What?
What is he doing?
Get the
When
Pride of
did
Bedfordshire flag
Luton-
out.
Yeah, that's it.
When did Luton win their first major honour, and what trophy was it? So what year and what trophy was it?
I'll give you the year. I'll give you the year, yeah?
Me,
1988.
I think
Yeah, that is.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I know what it was as well. Yeah.
What was it?
It's the well, I don't know what it's called back then, but League Cup versus Arsenal.
Yeah, that is correct. Luton was the first England to turn professional. What England was the first to turn? Was it like
the first Southern?
Yeah, Dom. Correct.
The first Southern team, yeah.
Who did you play when you won? Then when you lost in the 1959 FA Cup, and what was the score?
Nottingham Forest 2-1.
Nottingham Forest.
2-1.
Who did Luton defeat in the 1988 League Cup, and what was the score?
Arsenal
3-2. Yeah.
Hey.
Brian's doing masterclass.
Tyler, we'll let Tyler answer the next one.
Yeah, go on, Tyler. Get involved.
How many clean sheets did James Shea keep?
It's actually tough. That's
Yeah,
tough.
that is
Because we've had so many. We've had so many different keepers this season.
Yeah.
No. I wish you asked me appearances because I know that for sure.
Give him a clue. Is
I
it
don't even know that.
more than 10 or below 10?
I think it's probably below 10.
Just a championship. James Shea.
I'd assume like 8, but I don't know.
I'm going to say lower than 10.
Okay, yeah. Don, you were right.
Look at that. What a result. What a
How many goals and assists?
I know we got like 16.
Yeah. How many goals and assists did Campbell get?
2 goals and 3 assists.
No.
Close.
Ooh, wait. Ooh. He got. Oh, wait, yeah. Did he get 2? Did he get? I don't. Wait, he scored against Reading. He scored against Bournemouth and he scored against West Brom.
Darren is correct
3 goals.
with 2 goals.
He's
correct with the goals. The assists are wrong.
3 goals. Oh wait. And he scored 2 goals.
West Brom and
he scored against Reading as well.
Yeah, no, he did actually. Yeah, because I remember getting that on record. Reading away.
I'm pretty sure he scored 2 goals.
No, it has to be.
Sorry. No, sorry. 4. Yeah, 2 assists.
3 goals, 2 assists.
Because he scored against Reading away. He scored against Bournemouth at home and West
Brom
at home.
Wrong. He scored 4 goals.
4 goals.
4 goals, 2 assists.
Who's the other goal he scored then?
Let me check. Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna have to search his thing out and I'll find this.
There was only 2 that I remember. That's why I said it. And
I remember 3, and that Reading goal was like it just came to me. I don't remember it off the top of my head.
We scored against goals. We scored against Bournemouth, Reading, Barnsley, and West Brom.
Barnsley.
Oh, Barnsley was the midweek, wasn't it?
Barnsley.
Yeah, it did actually say on there what I just looked on that he scored as well.
He did. He did when it got this.
Oh, he's lagging a little bit.
Yeah, that's right.
Adebayo, how many goals and assists did he get this season?
I'm going to go 17 goals, 3 assists.
I'm going to say
Tyler?
17 as well. I'm going to go 4 assists.
Darren is the winner.
Oh, well, I got it right. Oh.
Wait, he got it spot on. Even this goals and assists.
I don't think. Let me think of. Let me just check.
Oh, there it is. He's back now.
Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but I'm all good. I'm all good.
That's all good.
Let me just check. Yeah. How many? Tyler, you said how many goals? 17.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 17.
You were correct on the assists, but the goals was 16.
Yeah. Who's this? Adebayo?
Yeah.
1 goal off.
And then who's the chairman of Luton?
David Wilkinson.
Yeah, correct. What country is the manager from?
Wales.
And just how many? No, it is how that
How many minutes?
I will take to the closest 1,000.
Oh, okay. He played up to be fair to the guy. How many minutes?
988.
More than that.
More than that. Go on.
No, it got to be more than that because that's like 10 games. No, it'd be like 2,000.
2,000 what? The correct answer is 2,452.
Close then.
Yeah.
Okay. And last two questions.
Boo.
Sam Beckwith, how many appearances did he get in all competitions?
Sam Beckwith.
Yeah.
1.
Sam Beckwith.
All competitions. How many appearances?
1.
How many?
1.
Wait, what's this for? For who? For Maidenhead? Or for Luton?
For Luton, just for Luton.
Well, how many appearances did he make? He played against Stevenage, and that was it, wasn't it? He might have played a friendly game. I don't know. Do friendlies count?
Nah. I'll say what.
Maybe a few
I'll
more.
say 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Yeah.
I remember he played a few of the friendly games, but I only Stevenage. Yeah. 1.
1. And that is correct.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me. Okay.
Tyler, do you like my name, by the way?
Yeah, well, thank God I don't have it where it shows people's names because
Yeah.
at this point it's just.
Okay, so Tyler and
Where's it?
Don, if you don't get this, I'm going to be very disappointed. But
What about Darren?
how many subscribers does Luton Football Club have on YouTube?
I don't like
What?
30, like 36,000.
Who, Luton?
Yeah, Luton.
Oh,
Close.
It
I've
is
got to think
less
here.
than
It
36,000.
ain't that much.
When I look, they just shoot up by like a couple of hundred.
31,000. It's around 30,000. I know that.
It is. It's lower than 30.
I'd
Oh, it's lower than
say,
30. Maybe not then.
I'm going to say 28.
23.
Darren is closer.
24.
25.
Lower.
21.6.
Very close.
21.8.
Yeah.
Lower.
21.5.
Lower.
21.4.
21.1.
Close enough. Basically the same thing, isn't it?
I thought it was a lot higher.
I thought it was about 30 something.
Yeah.
That's poor from Luton. That's poor from
Yeah,
us.
but it's not yet. You know, if we got promoted to the Premier League, it'd triple overnight. That's what.
Yeah.
That's
T-Boys
yeah.
TV is going to catch him up by the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, God.
So, last question.
Oh, no.
How many minutes did Campbell play?
Oh, I've got to think here. I've got to think. I'm actually gonna have to try and calculate this.
Wait, sorry,
try and
what's
work
the
this out.
question again?
How many minutes did Campbell play?
Oh. Ooh.
No, I'm gonna
give you a hint. He played 37 games this season.
Okay.
In all competitions. So
37 times not 90. Right.
2,800.
2008.
Nah, it's gonna be like. No, I got to think. Don't say anything.
That's very close.
2,000.
That's very close.
2,750.
No. 2,800 is very close. Very, very close.
2,775.
Just a bit lower. Just
2,773.
no. 2,659.
Not too bad.
Two-
Not
Poor from him. Not even getting 3,000 games.
Yeah.
I would have got 3,000
But that's
to
all
lose.
the questions I have for you guys.
Thank you for that, mate. That was really
Yeah,
good. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you for that, Hanno, mate.
Feel free to
We
do
want
some
more
more if you want to
questions.
do that
We
again
want more questions.
While
Yeah,
we've-
exactly.
during the close season. You know.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean.
Wait.
Yeah.
Hanno,
Yeah, Don.
who do you support?
Chelsea.
Actually.
When was Chelsea
I'm
founded?
joking. Yeah, no, feel free to do that again.
When was Chelsea founded?
1905.
I think you're right, yeah.
Oh.
There.
Yeah, no, thank you for that, Hanno, mate.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find you.
On YouTube, Coach's Corner, and on Twitter, Instagram, Hanno_Coach's Corner, and on Twitter, it is Hanno 770. Let me just get my
No problem.
70830030.
Send the link. Tyler, have you got the link?
I've got it. He's been on the channel before. I've
Put it
got
in
the
the
link.
description. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's all good. I'll put his link in the thing. I'll put Don's in as well. Well, obviously don't have YouTube, but to his Instagram.
No, I don't
Socials,
YouTube. I'm a
mate.
big YouTuber in the scene. I'm big in the scene.
Oh, right, yeah.
Everyone knows me around Luton. If you say my name, everyone knows me.
This guy, man.
Yeah. But thanks for having me on, and yeah.
No problem.
No worries, mate. No worries. Thanks for the quiz. See you in a bit, mate.
Pleasure.
Take care.
Yeah.
Boom. And then there was 3. Then, I suppose there's not really an awful lot to talk about now, is it?
No,
Get rid of Cal Naismith. Cal Naismith, disgusting little scoundrel. Horrible.
Yeah. That's the best thing to do about that from past experience is just forget about that guy. Look forward to who we're going to sign. Let's cheer on Campbell in if he gets any game, time against Ukraine. Let's look forward to that. I'm glad we've got him because he's been improved. You don't want anyone like that at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? He played that one good season for us, but he ain't one of it.
I thought defensively, Naismith was a bit shaky anyway.
It was
a bit of a liability at the back, like that slip against Huddersfield. I don't know if
there was a few occasions. But like, it
was therefore it got in the first place. It completely slipped and lost it, man. But there's a few times like he couldn't. He's good, but there's a lot of players that I would like if we lost Adebayo or James Bree or
exactly. Even Clark.
I'd rather Clark.
Do you know what I'm saying? So it's not as it sounds bad because he was, I'm not going to lie, he was going to be my player of the season, but the season don't end till 30th of June. That's when his contract runs out, and he's ruined that, so he ain't no more. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It happens. We're bigger. No player's bigger than us. And that's how it is. And we need to keep that mentality. So I'm not that fast. I mean, when Tyler first told me, he probably surprised because I said, "Is it? I really." I was a little bit shocked, but I wasn't surprised, and I've seen it before, so it didn't really bother me as much. And I think Tyler was a bit taken aback by that, but I know how we work. And like I said earlier, if we thought he was that good, he wouldn't have been out of contract in the first place. So I think he might have even surprised, the setup of how well he actually done. Because I don't think they expected him to do that well. I don't think he was brought in to be a defender.
Yeah.
So
we've got a sick recruitment team anyway. So
exactly, and that's the main thing. If that weren't there, then I'd be more worried. But I trust in them. And look where it's got us so far.
Yeah. They'll get a replacement. And even if we don't, then we'll switch to a back 4. Like Nathan said, he wants to play more attacking.
Yeah, I think
so. He might try the 4-3-3 again. So there's Gomez and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I think because they need their opportunities. The only reason they didn't is because of the way we ended up setting up, and that's it. So I expect us to go back to that. Otherwise, they're not. They ain't going to get any football again if we play the same way. So they're going to want to leave. Would you stay? You wouldn't. You're still a football player. You want to do well, especially if you're still at a youngish age. So it's going to be interesting.
I don't know. I think he could have gone to a much better club than Bristol City, though. Like instead of money, I don't see what's there for him.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was like he took the first offer because even in his interviews, I wanted to get it done quickly so I could go and spend time with my family. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like I'll just take that.
I thought a lot of the stuff he was saying in the interview just sounded like bollocks. He was going right. They're a club with a lot of ambition and stuff. I'm like, in the nicest way possible.
They probably are. Most clubs are. At the end of the day, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the way they're going about it is just paying people it's almost
mad wages.
Like it's gone backward step. Definitely, it's not even. You can't even say it's a side step because it ain't a side step.
No.
They've
got 2 players on their bench so on like 20k a week each.
Yeah, when Pearson left us, you at the time we said it's It could happen again. Doubt it, because they finished low. They nearly got relegated. So you could say it was a backward step, but it proved not to be a backward step. Do you know what I mean? It was a side step because they were very similar to us. But with Bristol City, I can't see that happening, and I can't see Pearson being there for the next year. So we'll see what happens in that case. But you know, I think it'll be a blessing in disguise.
Yeah. I think as long as we keep hold of like the main players, I think we're all right.
Exactly.
As much as he was key last season, there's a lot of players like that are in front of him that I'd be more worried if we lost.
Definitely, and there'll be someone else that'll step in and be key. You know, we have that about us. You know, it's
yeah, and even if we don't get a replacement, we've got like Osho or Lockyo. I think is easily good enough to play in centre back in Championship.
Yeah,
and we'll do a job.
Exactly. I think we'll be fine. Like, it sounds worse than what it is.
Yeah.
Tyler seems to have disappeared.
He's gone. He don't care anymore. Cal Naismith hit him hard. But now, where would you like recruit in the summer? Like, what positions would you go for?
Definitely need a striker.
Yeah.
A, because we don't know what's happening with Adebayo, and B, like, you know, we've kept Jerome on. We're looking to, we need someone young or push someone up. Like, we signed Musgrave, but I still think we need someone with a bit, you know, like Nottingham Forest done with Sam Surridge and guys like that. We need someone with a bit of experience, more, you know, not necessarily just the experience, but proven to get the goals.
Yeah.
I mean, left back, I think we need enough left back. Or left midfield, you know, Bell's position or whatever.
Yeah. Because if he gets injured, we're done for. I just don't rate Pop.
Maybe even a right side as well, because I don't know if Kyoso is going to stay. Centre backs now, I feel that we're probably all right at the moment.
Keeper,
100%. It goes without saying, 100. That is, if you look at the teams that you know got to the final, Nottingham Forest and Huddersfield, both of their keepers were pretty exceptional. And you need a keeper of that quality. We did have potentially in Sluga to, you know, challenge for them top places. So I expect us to sign a very good goalkeeper. And midfield, couple of midfielders as well. Still, you know, more attacking. You know, something a bit more dynamic, bit of quality. I think, you know, that's why we're trying to sign Snodgrass. But if we don't get him, then we need to sign someone, you know, like Scott Twine.
Yeah.
So
I think if Snodgrass does leave, though, I don't think it's the end of the world.
Definitely not, because he won't even know.
He's a decent player. You can see he's got the quality.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He can't play 90 minutes at the end of the day. He was good around the dressing room now, but now because the season's over, I don't know if we really need him. Like, we have enough experienced heads as such. Like, it'd be okay.
Yeah, definitely. The main thing you've got to think about is the team that's already there, the players that have already been there for a few seasons: Cornick, Ruddock, Shea, Bradley. You know what I mean? Berry.
Yeah, I reckon Luton will go for like they'll find like 2 players that are like out of contract, like a few gems like Jordan Clark or something.
Yeah, they're very good. Yeah.
So I know even that. Who were they on about that McCurdy? There is actually no link. It's just the fact he was in like an Instagram picture with us. But
yeah,
I know his contract's out. So I mean, we could go for him if Hilton doesn't join. But
you never know. And I think potentially the Naismith situation, although we would have had, you know, provisions in place if he didn't sign, because it would. You know, it won't say that Luton expected him to sign. It was just
they put it on the retained list. There was always the option of him going.
Yeah, you know, the way he went about it. So we've already got replacements lined up for him. You know, so that's what we do. You know, we don't panic. So
even in like a non-biased way, I think we've got one of the best recruitment teams in the country.
Definitely, it's been proven that we have.
Yeah.
No, and they turn. Nathan Jones turns average players into very good players. You know, he puts them at the peak of their level.
Yeah, I just hate when people are like saying like we're going to be like a Barnsley. Like it's like there's so many like.
It's definitely 100% not going to happen.
It's two completely different scenarios. They lost their manager and like their three best players. And their owners like don't.
And in a way, like
Yeah.
that Naismith thing happening is probably tries to reinforce the fact to them. Oh, they've lost Naismith. They're going to be.
They've lost their best centre back. They're
Yeah,
for.
he's not. He's not. Like when if you know the club inside out to a certain degree, you know that ain't the case. That is not the case. So we Luton enjoy being the underdog status, and carry it on. Put us favourites of relegation. Crack on, and you know and see what happens.
Yeah,
Obviously, but
I think if he comes top half again, I'm happy. Really.
Exactly. I'm just waiting until the new stadium's done. That's the main thing for me.
Yeah, that's that. I feel like we're in Brentford in that kind of way. We're in like the same like path to it, just a few years behind. I think as soon as we get that new stadium, we can push on. But if we can just lurk around them playoff places,
exactly.
I'll be happy.
Exactly, definitely. Look at the long term. Term. All these championship teams, or a lot of them, look for that quick fix. That's why they pay the big bucks. That's why they're in debt. That's why they're getting points deductions, because it ain't working out and they're not learning their lesson.
And the same thing's going to happen to Bristol City because they haven't got the money, but they're spending it trying to get out of the league.
Yeah. And Naismith's not the Messiah. They're acting like, you know, their manager's acting like they've got the coup of the season and that.
Yeah, they're making it out like they just got Ramos.
Crack on with that.
But there's always like this Twitter account, and he's like really reliable, and he brings out like all the stats of all like the EFL clubs like payments and stuff, and they're so far in debt, like they're like Derby waiting to happen. And the thing is, they're doing exactly what Derby's owners did. They don't have any money to spend, but they're still spending it on contracts so they can try and get out, and it won't work. And they'll get a point. They'll get a points deduction. A few years will happen.
Yeah, very similar to Reading as well.
Yeah,
very very similar. So I'm happy that our club's being the right way. If Naismith don't want to be there, or if Naismith is taking the payment, fair play to him. Yeah, but don't chat nonsense.
I don't blame him. He's 30. He's got one big contract on him. If I'm guessing he's on probably around near about 15k a week, 12k a week.
Probably, yeah, at least. At least.
They're saying. I saw Bristol City fans trying to beef me on Twitter, being like, "Now it'll be on about 8k a week." Well, we won. He just 100% isn't on 8k a week.
He was probably on that at Luton. Yeah,
he was probably on about 6, 7. I don't know about. No, I think he'd be on less than that. To be fair, I reckon he'd be on about 6. Because we signed him when he was like on the bench at Wigan, and he hasn't had a contract since then. So he's probably only on about 5, 6. But I don't know. I reckon he's on above 10.
Yeah, good for him. Like at the end of the day, I haven't got no problem with that. Just show a bit of courtesy. That's all right.
I thought I don't care if he leaves. Just for the way he went is a bit like.
I suppose we don't.
It's what it is anyway.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not, like I said, I'm not overly that bothered about it. He ain't the best. He's a decent player, but he ain't the best player I've seen at Luton, and I ain't gonna lose any sleep over it. And I'm sure we'll sign better than him. And we won't even this. Give it a couple of months, mate. We'll see where we are and where he is.
I reckon in the next week we'll have a signing. Give it a week. I reckon a random signing will have come out of nowhere, like what they did with Naismith. We'll have some random, just signing from like League Two. Will be like some 19-year-old from Scotland on a free.
Yeah, well, we'll see. There's a few decent players out there. That's what Luton do. They're not under pressure to we've got to sign someone from the Championship. They'll take risks on players if they believe they've got the ability. They can fine tune them, get them into the Luton way, and that's it.
I'm hearing something from someone I know. He's got someone who like works inside the club, and Luton are trying to sign someone from Croatia. But I'm not going to say if it's true or not, because as much as I know he is reliable, I don't want to say it unless it doesn't happen. So I'm just going to say
of course.
Yeah, but from what I've heard, they want someone from Croatia, but I don't know who it is. So if that happens, it'd be nice, but it might be some like next. There must have some sort of scout out there if they're looking at players from Croatia still after Sluga.
Maybe it's Sluga coming back.
Yeah. To be fair, could be.
Never say never, mate. Never say
never. Bring him back. I did love him. He was a bit shaky at times, but I did love the guy.
He was decent. He was developing all right. You know, he was going at the right place. He would have been all right, I think, because he had that ability about him. But is what it is.
Tyler, who would you try and sign then? Position wise,
I'll tell you, I just don't know what's going on with the injury, but I'd love to try and have Steer again. I want to see what he wanted to try and do.
He did make some good saves, to be fair. I remember that save against, was it Derby? I mean, he tipped it onto the bar. I think.
Yeah,
that was a good save.
Yeah, he did look quite assured, but I don't know. Depends how injury prone he is. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah. Depends how much he'd want a week as well, because I'd assume he's on a good wage at Villa.
Yeah, exactly.
And he's not like Snodgrass, where he's at that age of like 33, 34. I think he's still 29.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he'd still want around like he'd take a pay cut, but I don't think he'd take like a massive pay cut.
No. I think we'd do the right thing. We've probably been looking at keepers for quite a few months now, to be honest. As soon as Luton left, we'd have been looking at keepers. So I don't think it'll be him. I think they would just loan options and that's it.
Yeah.
I think they would necessarily top of the list. Like they would probably more like who's available in the Premier League, who could we get.
I know we were linked with someone from Wimbledon, but I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, well, it's one of them. Just wait and see. You know, sometimes it appear. You know, that's truth, but most of the time it's bollocks. Do you know what I mean? And
I reckon the rumours will start circling though in the next few weeks.
Yeah. Adebayo's going to so and so.
Adebayo's going to Stockport on loan for 6 months.
Fulham.
Wrexham, the Hollywood club on bloody Jordan Clark on a free. They've offered him a role in the next movie if he joins or something.
They'll probably
like that.
Danny Hilton, mate, probably give him 10 grand a week, mate. He'll
go
there.
Yeah. He would, he'd love it.
Yeah.
I'd go there.
Smash the conference, wouldn't he? 30 goals, mate.
Still can't believe they didn't go out with that team. That team's filthy in National League. They stole like half of League Two's best players. They couldn't go out.
It is, but it's so difficult. Luton found out it's so difficult to get out of that league. It's horrible. It's like the basement, the horrors basement. You got all ex-Football League teams in there, and you expect it to go straight back up, but it doesn't work out because the football's different. The fans are more hostile, in your face. Do you know what I mean? Even for Luton, and that's what Luton do. It's very, very difficult to get out there. But I'm pretty sure that the more that they get the quality players, then they'll probably smash that league next season, like absolutely annihilate it. But we've got a good season to look forward to.
Yeah. So, what were your thoughts on the final today?
I thought not. You could see the tactics. It wasn't great. Yeah, it was a tactic. And Forest passing it around slowly. You could see it was just to get. It weren't a normal game. Do you know what I'm saying? So you can't really judge it too much because it's so much at stake that both teams done what they felt was right at the time. Nottingham Forest got lucky. I felt that Huddersfield could have won it as well.
Yeah.
Nothing exciting. It weren't like this team definitely they're gonna, make moves in the Premier League. They deserve to get promoted. They're unbelievable.
I reckon Forest will struggle because half their team are just young.
Yeah, they will.
All the league. Johnson will leave. Spencer's.
Anyone who would have went up.
Luton
would have struggled. Anyone, we'll all struggle, but
yeah,
I feel that Luton
I reckon they have a good chance, but
they've had more togetherness. They would have been able to sign certain players. I don't, Is what
I
it
thought
is.
Huddersfield though they weren't they didn't look very like attack. They didn't look like a very much like a big threat attacking. They looked all like settled, like in defence, like they had like a shape. But attacking, they just looked really like static until like the last.
They are really. That's
Yeah.
you know, they are.
That's how they work. They just play counter attacks and set pieces.
Yeah,
It didn't.
and it just
didn't work.
Didn't work, and they haven't got enough up front. I feel our strikers are better than theirs.
Yeah. I agree.
And we dominated them. Like Nottingham Forest didn't dominate them. We dominated.
I reckon we would have given Forest more of a game today than what Huddersfield did personally.
Yeah, 100%.
I reckon Forest probably would have made more chances out with it, but I think it would have been more of an open game.
It is what it is.
Yeah, go again next season.
Still so many positives. We've got to that. We've got in the playoffs now. If we get in the playoffs again with certain players or whatever, even as a club, we've got that experience, and that does help. That does help. I know it didn't look like it did today because Huddersfield bit, but it was like 5 years ago. They got one player who played then. Forest, their manager's been it. He was in the playoffs last season, Cooper.
Yeah.
He lost. So he's got that experience, and that's the main thing. But now Nathan Jones has got that experience, and people are underestimating. Well, how comes he got managed in a month? You know, get a grip. I expect him to, carry on the way we're going, and he'll get it again next year.
Yeah.
And then stop this nonsense. But yeah, let's see what happens with the transfers.
Yeah, absolutely.
The thing is, next season, like I was looking at like some of the teams, it looks like a very like championship. Like there's not really any like standout teams really.
Yeah,
if you know what I mean.
No, I definitely know what you mean.
I feel like we do have a good chance of maybe getting in the top six. Like there's like the three that went down. Obviously, that's going to be tough. And there's going to be like us, Middlesbrough.
Yeah.
All those lot pushing, but there's a lot of like mid-table, just championship teams that just scream mid-table out in there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So I'm just looking at some of the comments.
Here's a question for you, Tyler. Man. Where do you see? What are they saying? What's going on here then?
Basically, I'll put British Chap as a mod, and he don't have a clue what he's doing. It's quite funny.
British Chap, mate, congratulations on being a mod. I'm trying to get.
Oh wait, you're not even a mod.
Prestige rank one day, mate. Don't worry, we'll get there. I'm not a mod, mate.
Well, let me sort that out as well.
We hate. We'll start banning people.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No.
I've put you as it now.
Imagine if there would be like proper like mugs, and I would. Oh mate, what an absolute mate! That's what a Sunday.
What a Sunday! He's T-Boys TV.
No, it just really hurt because like watching the game, like Huddersfield had so many empty seats. We had so many empty seats.
Yeah, I noticed that. It's weird.
I know it's a bit of a trek to Huddersfield, but there was so many empty seats.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was
a bit upsetting to be fair, but you know.
Wolf.
I thought the goal was really unlucky though by their defender. There wasn't a lot he could have done with it, to be fair.
Mm. Yeah, no, it was one of them, wasn't it? The Wolf has been wanting me to say Sue. He loves when I say it for some reason. Sue. So there you go, mate.
Oh.
Tyler's dad said.
Tyler, where do you think the
Go on. What you gonna say?
I was going to say, where do you see Watford finishing next season, then, mate?
Well, with this League Two manager, I just think it's too much to jump up. To be honest with you, no, I'm not. I'm being dead serious. I'm not even trying to disrespect. Like, I don't think there'll be
14. About mid-table, mate. mid-table, mate, and then they'll sack him, and then they'll go even lower.
Honestly, I think they'll really struggle.
Yeah, they're done, mate. I told you ages ago, they're done. They're on a downward spiral. Luton are on the upwards spiral. I said that already a few times.
I think it depends. It depends who he signs and who they keep. Because I reckon Sarr will fuck them off. I reckon Dennis will go. I don't know who else they got. That what's that? That goal, that YouTube goal. That YouTube bastard. He'll go.
I've heard a couple of Luton fans talking about signing him. Behave, mate.
I don't want him. I think everyone loves him because he's got a YouTube channel. I think he's average.
T-Boy's
I think
CV
he's
clear,
really,
mate. Do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying. He's really shy, and I'm waiting for that post on the Luton game. Now he's left. He can bring it out. Bring that game out, mate.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
When's that one coming out?
Exactly. I'll say that to you all the time, Dad, don't I?
He won't be coming to Luton. He ain't got the right attitude. Like, it's not happening.
I want him anyway. He blocks me on Instagram. Disgusting.
Yeah. So it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks, mate. I believe that we'll probably make a signing that will just make. Yeah, do you know what? Who's Naismith? You know what I'm saying?
I'm excited for the fixtures to come out.
Yeah. Especially if we get them first.
I reckon they'll do. I reckon the fixtures will fucking do it. I reckon they'll give us Watford away on like a Wednesday night in December or something. They'll be proper dirty with us.
We want them in all.
I reckon that.
Or they'll give us it on a Saturday in like October, but they'll switch it to a Sunday at 12 because
they always do that. Yeah,
they'll always they'll switch it to a Sunday at 12 and they'll just proper be like bastards with it. But as long as it's not like a Wednesday night, I'm not complaining. I don't want a Wednesday night away in Watford, to be fair. There's much better things I can think of except going to Watford on a Wednesday. I'm all right, honestly.
But I don't even know, Adam, mate. I don't even know. My channel at the moment is just. I don't even know.
To be fair, how close are you to one? Like 10 subscribers away now or something?
I'm 6 away.
Bloody, I don't know. How many were you on a week ago?
I don't even know, mate. In the last 28 days, I've gained like 300 and something subscribers.
Yeah.
I don't even know. But big up everyone. Do you know what I mean? It's just crazy. You know what I mean? We're even closer to monetization as well. It updated a bit more today. And you need 4,000. And it hasn't updated recently, but it's got 3,888 or something. So, you know. And that hasn't included the watch along yesterday, and then the stream earlier and the preview. So,
but yeah, I'm gonna end myself from it.
yeah. Let me fly through these comments, then we'll go. All right, lads, big up yourself. Yeah, exactly. That's about Naismith.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, a lot of people say this. Cooper from Plymouth.
Yeah.
Yes, I said that.
Yeah, no, I didn't quite go for that. I was trying to find something, but I'd look like a mug on camera trying to.
I can confirm that is true. That's true.
No. How would you even know, mate? Big up yourself, always.
I know, mate.
Yeah, like I said here,
I know.
I'll put Hanno and Don's links in the description, as well as Dad's music, obviously. And then British chapter said this: he left Wigan due to them being unable to fill wages, etc., and offer new contracts.
Yeah, he did.
And then just all that. And then he
still binned them off when they're at their lowest, though.
Yeah,
he could have played for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no, he was still getting paid. He just didn't want to play in League One, so we just binned him off out of nowhere. Just terminated the contract. Okay,
We're gonna promote it though. We'll be playing Wigan next season, no?
Yeah, we will.
I think Wigan will probably some Qataris now we're wearing them, so that'll be fine.
So
they'll become like Newcastle or someone.
Yo, big up yourself. And literally it was. But yeah, we're going to wrap this up now because I think this has probably been the longest Hatters show, but now I've enjoyed it. Obviously, episode 44. Dad, you do music. Where can they find it?
Dazzy D Mixcloud, drum and bass jungle. Check it out. And if you like anyone old school garage and things like that, you'll probably see that on my favourites and things. If you don't know about 96, 97 garage, check it out, mate. Bubbly flavour. You don't get that nowadays.
Yeah, true. Yeah, no, very true. Definitely check that out. I think Daniel will be checking that out for what he said earlier. Or he's trying to anyway. And then Don, where can they find you? He's going to say it's YouTube.
Hello. They can find me on YouTube, T-Boys TV. But no, on Instagram, just don.r.10. And I love you all. Up the Luton and down Naismith. Mate, congrats on getting a Scottish cap, you silly mug. Where's your Scottish cap's gone? Nowhere.
But yeah, in a bit, Taylor, mate. But yeah, the next one will hopefully be next Sunday regarding any news that comes out. Content on the channel, not really too sure now. Might try and do a watch along to Scotland. I was actually thinking that earlier.
Livingston players by then.
What did you say, Don? Yeah,
I
might do it.
I'd have to watch that to be fair.
Not 100%, but yeah, I'm not sure on content.
I have to watch that.
That is episode 44 of the Hat Show. So yeah, till the next time, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Share the channel. Subscribe to the other channel as well, T-Boys TV Extra. Link to that is in the description. Turn the notification bell on so you never miss an upload or a scheduled stream. And if you want to follow me across any of my socials, link to them are in the description. So yeah, until the next time, take care and peace.